good and decent people of YouTube? Welcome to Political Drain. My name is Bruce Lively. And no, you're not crazy. Okay guys, this is going to be a real quick one, so production quality is a little bit different, but it's important to ask this question. What happened? Last night, All In with Chris Hayes, MSNBC, November 29th, 2023, he had on a guest. Okay, now this guest was professional, but this is what happened.
Establish a terror state. We are not going to let it happen again.
But what then? What you are saying is in perpetuity, millions of people are going to have zero self-determination.
First of all, we should keep, we should manage the security. The IDF will get in and out whenever it needed. Regarding the civil lives, okay, so for a few years after the Hamas will be eliminated, I hope, that there will be some international coalition that can handle the Gaza Strip. There are strong Arab countries that can take responsibility for a few years.
But the promise of, and I've heard you say this in previous interviews, and the promise of the Netanyahu government, in some ways the Bennett government that you were a part of as well, was we can manage the conflict. We can manage the conflict. I even heard you say the conflict will never end. We can manage it. That's the word you just used. Under the policy of managing the conflict, the worst mass slaughter of Jews in this world since World War II happened. Doesn't that say something about the policy of managing the conflict?
It says that we can't let them do whatever they want, and we can't keep our we can't give up on our security in Judea and Samaria. The reason you're calling the West Bank, I'm calling Judea and Samaria.
For our viewers.
Yeah, okay. The reason, that Abu Mazen is still on power is because the IDF is there.
Right, yes.
And in Gaza, the IDF stepped back in 2005. So we are not going to do this mistake again.
Okay. We will see. I hope that there is some light at the end of this long tunnel. I hope the truce continues, and I certainly hope that those hostages get released. Thank you so much for joining me. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Ayelet Shaked, thank you very much. Thank you very much. That is all.
Okay, contentious to say the least, but ended seemingly professionally. Now, directly after Chris Hayes' show, the show Alex Wagner Tonight, hosted by Alex Wagner, comes on. And this is what someone sent me. They said, "Oh my, Chris Hayes did an interview with Ayelet Shaked, former Israeli Minister of the Interior, and it was tense. After the handover to Alex Wagner, a lot of banging and shouting could be heard in the background. Shiz went down, I'm sure." Going to try to find it. Now listen, I found it. I want to see if you hear what she heard, if you see what I see, and we'll meet at the other side. Let's check it out.
There have been shocking moments in the Trump presidency, many of them, so many that it's actually hard to count. But if there were some kind of accounting for all of the shocking moments in the Trump presidency, this one, if we have the video.
Just now, President Putin denied having anything to do with the election interference in 2016. Every U.S.
intelligence, and denying what everyone at that point knew to be true. Russia interfered in the 2016 election. He called the investigation into that interference a hoax and a witch hunt over and over and over again. And now Mr. Trump is set to be on trial for his own efforts to overturn the 2020 election and his baseless claims that the election was stolen. And Trump's new defense in that case appears to be that the court should believe his claims about a stolen election, and the reason the court should believe the election was stolen is because of Russian interference. I am not joking. This is from Trump's lawyer's latest motion in the federal elections case. Between January 2019 and at least December 2020, parties reportedly linked to Russia's Foreign Intelligence Service perpetrated what the SEC...
Did you hear it? Like maybe things moving around, little high voices here and there, so much so that it was distracting Alex Wagner. Look.
In the Trump presidency.
Did you see that? Here it is again.
In the Trump presidency.
Yeah, there's something going on. And then when she comes back, Listen to that.
And Trump's new defense in that case appears to be that the court should believe his claims about a stolen election, and the reason the court should believe the election was stolen is because of Russian interference. I am not joking. This is from Trump's lawyer's latest motion in the federal elections case. Between January 2019 and at least December 2020, parties reportedly linked to Russia's Foreign Intelligence Service perpetrated what the SEC...
There's a kerfuffle in the studio. Shut up, phone. There's a kerfuffle in the studio, and it's getting worse as it goes on. Like, there is something happening there. Did they have a fight? Is there something going on MSNBC whenever somebody dares to talk back or ask hard questions to the former Israeli Minister of the Interior and Minister of Justice? Maybe. What do you guys think? Did you hear it? Oh, and what Alex Wagner is talking about, Trump saying that Russia interfered in the 2016 election. After 8 years of Russia, yeah, that's absolutely true. And seeing as how Trump is still in the lead in his own party by like 50% or something crazy like that, we will also be covering that very soon. I might do that video tonight, put it out tomorrow. We'll see. But anyway, back to the story at hand. What do you guys think? Did you hear it? Check back again. You can go on internetarchive.org. Check it out for yourself. I've even left a link down there. Am I tripping? Was she tripping? The lady who sent this to me? I want to know what you think. Check it out.